In today's video, I'm going to teach you ClickUp Review for project management. Whether you're opening ClickUp for the first time or you've used it before and want to sharpen your setup, I'm going to walk you through how this platform brings your work, your team, and your AI together to create a single, focused workspace that actually moves projects forward. ClickUp positions itself as software to replace all software. And while that's a bold claim, the idea behind it is simple. Stop spreading work across dozens of apps and start operating from one place. Inside ClickUp, you'll find more than 20 tightly integrated tools. Projects, chat, brain, and docs among them. So planning, writing, discussing, and delivering can happen in one workflow. The payoff is less context switching, fewer copy-paste moments, and a shared source of truth. If you've ever shuffled between a ticket tracker, a document editor, a chat window, and a note app just to answer a single question, this design will feel like a breath of fresh air. That brings us to the core problem ClickUp is built to solve: work sprawl. When tasks, notes, approvals, and updates live in different places, people spend more time finding work than doing it. The numbers are sobering. Most of us lose a staggering amount of time simply from context loss. ClickUp 4.0 tackles this head-on with a converged AI platform and over 100 features aimed at keeping your planning, communication, and execution in one thread. The practical effect is that decisions and deliverables are connected, so it's easier to see what matters, what's blocked, and what's done. A big reason this feels different is ClickUp Brain, the platform's AI that operates directly inside your workflow. Think of it less as a generic assistant and more as a set of capabilities that understand your projects. As a knowledge assistant, Brain provides ambient answers right where you're working. If someone pings your team asking for the latest timeline or where a document lives, Brain can surface that context without forcing people to hunt through folders or Slack history. You keep momentum because answers arrive in place, not in a separate tool. As a project manager, Brain reduces the manual overhead that quietly eats up your day. It can help assign tasks to the right owners, track deliverables against target dates, and keep dependencies aligned. The impact is less about flashy AI and more about cutting those routine clicks you repeat dozens of times a week. When assignment, routing, and follow-up are consistent, the team's rhythm stabilizes, and your planning becomes far more predictable. As a writer, Brain includes talk-to-text and style-aware drafting, so you can work 4 times faster without losing your voice. Recording a thought during a stand-up and turning it into a clearly formatted action list is the kind of small win that adds up. If you maintain campaign briefs, product notes, or meeting summaries, having AI that turns rough input into polished writing in your style allows you to focus on decisions instead of formatting. ClickUp also introduces what it calls super agents, which are AI agents with effectively infinite memory and hundreds of tool superpowers running around the clock. The point isn't just automation, it's specialization. For project management, an agent can standardize kickoffs, determine task owners based on workload or role, and track timelines without you building custom logic each time. In marketing, an agent can draft promotional copy, generate campaign briefs from your goals, and ensure the right brand guidelines are applied before anything leaves the workspace. For software teams, agents can help produce quality code snippets, prioritize bugs through a triage flow, and turn voice notes into product requirement documents that are ready for review. Operations teams can offload vendor contracts, inventory tracking, and RFP requirement documents to agents that understand the field's formats and handoffs you rely on. HR and people teams can keep onboarding moving by monitoring progress and collecting sentiment through lightweight pulse checks that don't require manual nudges. And for strategy, agents remove a lot of tedious check-ins by suggesting KPIs from your plans and providing always-on status updates that reflect the current state of work without another status meeting. Now, does all of this translate into real results? The claim many teams report is that implementing ClickUp feels like adding a double-digit number of full-time employees because the system removes friction from hundreds of small actions. A recent independent analysis cites a 3-year return on investment in the triple digits, tens of thousands of hours saved by cutting manual work, and a payback period measured in months, not years. Those figures will vary by team, of course, but they illustrate the compounding effect you get when planning, writing, discussion, and execution are unified, and when AI is embedded in the flow rather than bolted on. Trust and security matter just as much as features, especially if you're centralizing work. ClickUp is used by millions of teams and ships with enterprise-grade protections. You'll see the standards you expect: SOC 2 Type 2, ISO 27001, GDPR, HIPAA, along with the administrative controls needed to manage access as your organization scales. The goal here is straightforward: adopt modern tooling without having to compromise on privacy or compliance. If you're getting started, the best results come from leaning into the platform's strengths. Keep related work close together, so context is always at hand. Use docs and chat in the same place where tasks live, so discussions naturally lead to decisions. And let Brain handle the recurring questions, assignments, and formatting that slow things down. Over time, you'll find the right balance between structure and flexibility for your team, but the principle remains constant. Keep everything connected so progress is visible and momentum is easy to maintain. That's the tour. ClickUp is at its best when it acts as the backbone of your execution, with AI supporting the people doing the work rather than distracting them. If you found any value in today's video, hitting that like button is a small gesture that makes a huge difference in helping others find our content. We're always looking to grow, so please drop a note in the comments, whether it's a specific part you enjoyed or a suggestion on how we can level up our production. We read every single one, and your feedback directly shapes what we build next.